Hey guys, it's Kat, and today I look all red and disgusting and no makeup here because I'm not wearing makeup. I want to start uploading like a couple of like makeup-y kind of videos, like by no means I'm not a makeup artist, but you don't have to be like an artist or good at something to enjoy doing it, and I enjoy doing my makeup. Every now and again I do get compliments for it. I don't know if it's just because I live in a place where like barely anyone really does the makeup, but I enjoy doing it, so I'm gonna start uploading videos doing it. However, I don't want to have to make like 30-minute videos where the first 10 minutes is just me redoing the same like makeup, like face part, because I usually just do the same face makeup every time I do my makeup. So I don't want to like start every video by doing that, so I'm just gonna start off by doing a basic video of my basic face makeup routine, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to dive straight in. I always start with the Garnier Skin Active, I don't know how you pronounce it, I think it's Micellar Cleansing Water. I have been buying this ever since it like first came out and it was like a giant thing. I don't know what it does. Obviously it's a cleansing water, but I don't really know what it does, but I guess it's better than using face wipes, so I do still use it, and I do have like really bad skin. So anything to help keep it clean and clear. And I just pop this on like a cheap cotton pad, and then obviously I just go over my face with it. After I've done that, I just put on some Nivea Original Care lip balm stuff, just because I get chapped lips really easily, and whenever I do my makeup it's usually after I've just came out like the shower or something. So I just reapply this before I put my like lip stuff on. And then the final prepping thing for my face is the Simple Sensitive Skin Experts Kind Skin Pore Minimising Toning Cleanser. This is literally like the third time I've used this. I've never really used a toner before. However, I can tell straight away that this is amazing. I have really big pores and disgusting skin, and this helps so much, like, to minimise pores. I think I did forget to mention at the beginning of the video, most of the stuff is cheap drugstore items, except for like 3 items, I think, maybe 4. So most of it is like readily available in like drugstores and stuff, and it's cheap. I mean, I'm a student, so I can't go around spending like loads of money and have like exclusive MAC expensive stuff. But then after that I go straight into the makeup with the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Mattifying Base. This is the first primer I've really used, so I don't know if there's any better primers out there, and I'm nearly out of this, so I might shop around and try a few different stuff. I haven't really got a primer that I stick to, so I just put a blow of this on my hand and then starting at the nose and just rub outwards. That product does work really well though, so I might stick to that, but I'm not sure yet. But after I've done that, I move on to the concealer. I use the Soap & Glory Cast Concealer. I have used this for so long, but at the same time, like, the good thing about this is that it has a concealer, under eye brightener, and then also this white setting powder as well. And the only problem is though is that I'm at a dodgy skin shade, so the light one is too pale and this is too orange. However, I do use a foundation that's slightly paler by accident, but we'll get onto that. So it balances it all out a bit, but I don't know, I've been using this for a while, so I might try some new ones, but I'm not sure yet. I might stick to it, who knows. And to apply it, I use this Primark brush. This is just a cheap, it must have been like a couple of quid. It's an eyeshadow brush and concealer brush. That is supposed to be concealer and that's eyeshadow, but I use that for under eye brightener and that for concealing. And I use the Real Techniques Beauty Blenders to blend it out. And using the smaller one to conceal, I do my nose. My forehead and any like little spots and stuff. I have really bad skin. I don't know if it showed up on camera, but I do have really bad skin, like in acne scarring and just acne as a whole. And then again, just blend out with the Beauty Blender. And then I use the Revlon Colour Stay foundation. It's the one I use is combination and oily, and it's in the shade, I'm not sure, Buff, I think. I really like this, especially because it's for a combination oily skin, because I have really oily skin. However, I did buy this in a shade, accidentally one shade lighter. However, as I said before, the concealer I use, and actually the powder as well, is quite orange for my face, so this actually like kind of makes it look a little bit better. Yes, I could go out and buy this in my actual proper skin tone. However, I'm not going to do that because I'm cheap and a skint university student. So I put 2 pumps of that just on the back of my hand, and then I just dot it on my face. I don't use all the foundation, I still leave a bit on my hand just to go underneath with afterwards. But once I've like dotted my face with it, I go in again with the Real Technique Beauty Blender and blend it all out. So as I said, just dab in the Beauty Blender into it, and then I just take it underneath. It's probably a really nice angle you had there, guys. And then I just kind of go over it a bit more, just to like blend out any bits that I don't like. And then after I use the Soap and Glory One Heck of a Blot mattifying powder in translucent. It says it's translucent, but on my skin it does show up a bit like orangey. And I'm using the Real Techniques powder brush. I probably put way too much of this on though, to be honest, because I have really oily skin, so I like to make sure it's all like mattified and powdered. And then I go in with this eye primer, not sure who it's by. I think it's by, I want to say, I'm not sure if it's like NYC or something like that. Absolute New York, I think it says. I've had it for a while, so it's like all rubbed off. This is nearly run out though, so I am looking for a new one. If anyone has any suggestions, just put that on my eyelids with the wand, and then I just kind of smudge it out with my hand. I have washed my hands. I was going to stop here, but I think at the moment I'm using like all the same blush and contour and highlight and all that kind of stuff. Like I'm just using the same one every time I do my makeup, so I am going to carry on and do that. However, if I do change it, I'll probably will just say in a later video. So at the moment I'm using the highlighter in Cotton Candy Cream, and I'm just taking a really small Real Techniques, it's the Dulux Crease brush, and I just kind of swirl it around, and then I take it just underneath the brow. And then this is the point where I would like to do my makeup, but I'm just going to carry on as if I've already done it. So after that I would go in with the Sleek, this is dead cheap, and it's the pressed powder and highlight all in one, except I just used the powder. And this is in Light. I think that like for me personally, like contour doesn't look that good on me. I don't know if it's just because I'm really bad at it, but a lot of the time it can come up looking like a bit dirty. So like I don't know if it's just though if I'm like a dodgy colour or something, because I'm a really dodgy skin like colour. And I'm using the Real Techniques contour brush, shock, the actual contour brush I'm using this time, and I do the fishy face and just do like a couple swipes, and I've hit a lot of my arms to take a lot of the product off. Like literally that's it. And then I go in with the Barely Legal Kylie Jenner blush with the setting brush from Real Techniques. I just swirl this one around a lot because this is like a Barely There blush, which I really like that it's like Barely There, because I'm really good at going over the top with stuff like this, especially blush. I feel like I do like very overboard makeup as well though, because I wear it, like the only time I really wear a lot of makeup is when I go out. And I feel like you go overboard with makeup when you like go out and go like party and stuff. I don't know if that's showing up on camera that well. I then use the Me, the Ultimate Complete Contour and Highlight Kit. This was really expensive, and I bought it with some birthday money that I had, and I'm talking like really expensive, and for what it does, like I wouldn't rebuy it. I'd just buy like a cheaper one. I have used like all of them, and whenever I put them on I always have to go over it with the powder, and there's just no point to me. But I do use like the these three and that one there. I do use for putting on highlighter. I just take a bit of it on my finger and dab it on where the highlight goes and kind of like try to blend it with my finger. Yes, on top of the powder. My friend gave me this tip actually a couple of days ago, and it's like nothing, it's something I would have never thought of to do if she didn't say it, because I was complaining that whenever I highlight it doesn't seem to show up that good, or it doesn't seem to show up that good for that long. So she was telling me how she put on like a cream one or a stick one or something before putting the powder one on, and it just helps it stick that little bit better. So dab that on, and then I go in with the highlighter again and the cheek brush by Real Techniques, swirl it around and then just go over the top of that. And this makes your highlight look so much better, putting like a cream on to help it stick. You just have to be careful where you blend in the cream out though, because if you blend it out in like accidentally take it up here or something, it will stick. As you can see, I've taken it a bit close there. So, and then last is eyebrows. Just brush them out a bit. So if I don't really need that much doing to them, but I just like to do it anyway because they're quite like thick and hairy anyway. And I'm using the MAC brow pomade, is it? In True Brunette. This was quite expensive and I bought this with some Christmas money. This only looks good. This is very easy to like do completely wrong. Falling off my chair. Because it can look like really dark if you're not careful on your brows. Like I've already kind of fucked up a bit anyway. And I only really use this if I'm doing a full, complete face of makeup, which is like I only usually do when I'm going out, and that's like I don't really wear makeup that much on a daily basis just because I have like really bad skin. So as much as I love doing it, I just choose not to do it that often to try and help my skin breathe a bit. But if I, on like a normal day-to-day basis, I still do like to just fill my eyebrows in a bit, and I usually use like just a cheap Soap and Glory one, and it's, I think they're all just called Archery, but the one I use is like a triangle with some brow gel on the other end. And then I've also recently bought the Eyelure one, I think that's how I pronounce it, which is also gel. See, look, I've gone way too heavy there, so it looks a bit crap now. But yeah, I've recently bought the, because like I said, this can come off really dark, even though this is supposed to be like a light, well, at least out of the options that I had, this was like a lighter brown. I've completely fucked them up. Anyway, I'm still gonna carry on. I did buy the Eyelure one, and I haven't tried it yet because when I swatched it on my hand compared to this one, if anything, it looks a bit darker and I was looking for a more lighter one. But when I have tried it, I shall let you know. And at this point, I would put on whatever I'm putting on my lips and just set it. I've literally just using the last of this Maybelline New York Superstay 24 Makeup Locking Setting Spray. However, there's literally just a little bit of this left, and I have bought the Rimmel London Instant Fix and Go. When I was buying this, I couldn't remember what this was, and I was going to buy a NYX one, but the NYX counter in my local drugstore is really, really bad, and it's always filled with like just the crappy bits that people have opened and like already tested and stuff on their hand. So I might have a look when I go home for the summer at the NYX one there. But yeah, that's how I do my base makeup, and I'm gonna do some different videos on like different eye looks and stuff I do, but that's the base. So follow me, subscribe, everything else, like whatever else, all my social medias down below, and I'll see you in my next video.